Man, fuck family, bruh. I gotta say, Instagram be fucking manipulating the shit out of my fucking account, bruh. Like, they can obviously tell in some way when you have the power to fucking encourage people and give people what they need. It's so much deeper than just information. It's all about like that spirit that's inside of you. Somebody can say one thing to light that bitch on fire, and that's the last thing they can afford to happen right now. It's the last thing they truly want. But anyway, going back to us as Saturn avatars, it's up to you to find your discipline, and it's up to you to define your life, not through terms, not through religion, not through spiritual craft, not through a lifestyle. It's so much deeper than just all that shit. You feel me? That's all the bullshit they gave us. As Saturn avatars, you as a Saturn avatar, you have to see that at this very moment in time, there is a weakness in the system, and that we were sent here by whatever power you believe in, which is yourself. You come out of the universe. The universe cannot bring you out of, you come out of the universe. The universe cannot come out of you, you feel me? Now, Saturn is the planet in our history, especially if you study Egyptian mythology, or what they call it. It's really just the energy system. Now, if you study this, Ra was the planet Saturn, okay? He was the reincarnation of the sun. Now, what is that? How important is that? That's important because we already have a system set in place with the physical world, in which there is energy, like there's a new system here physically for the age of Aquarius already. The material we need are here. The resources we need are here. But it's all about who is in control of those resources, first of all, and the philosophy and belief system of the person with those resources. Now, if we as Saturn avatars see ourselves as these pussy-ass rainbow children who just here to love everybody and just, help and fuck all that shit, bruh. I'm just being real. You have to see that right now, the only way that true age of Pisces came into place was during this time called the Middle Ages, or the Medieval Ages. During this point in time, it was the most sickening, disgusting lifestyle you could live on this fucking planet. Idiocracy was at its peak, and to the people who rule the world right now, basically. You feel me? Now, since the people who rule the world came from that environment, you have to see that. You already know that Saturn is trying to teach you a fucking lesson. We were here to learn all that time, so that when this point in time came, that we actually would know what to do and what not to do. And Saturn is officially here. You feel me? We are Saturn. We are the manifestation of Saturn on this planet to discipline. We are the final act of Saturn. We are here to discipline these motherfuckers. Put motherfuckers in line like, no, we are not accepting that religious shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. No, we not accepting that government shit. No, we not accepting that money shit. No, these are things that people like us know. Saturn avatars know money is bullshit. Saturn avatars, in a way, know emotions and shit are bullshit. Saturn avatars, we know the difference between good and bad and what's acceptable and not acceptable. But your challenge as a Saturn avatar is to define yourself. Okay? This is important, bruh, because the world that we were given, or the world that we received, and is slowly becoming ours as we get older and older, that world is chaos, okay? We came from chaos, you feel me? And through that chaos, we are still strong, intelligent, and willful. Your manifestation powers as a Saturn avatar are amazing. But if you let somebody label you, or if you let somebody in turn decide who you are to their society and what role you play in their culture and what role you play in their economy, then all of your Saturn energy will be given to them. Not only that, the Aquarius age will not be an age of self-enlightenment. It will be an age of learning through stupidity. Now, this is why it's so important to study the truth about this new age shit and even the age or even about true spirituality. Because right now there's a mass of people in this country of America and people who study Western astrology and believe in a new age movement overall. And they've been going in this new age shit since Madam, I don't even want to call that bitch Madam, since this bitch Blavatsky started all this crazy shit, which is over 120 years ago. So they were doing this 120 years before your ass was born, nigga. And you still think that you have the ability to take their information and decipher it and make it what you want. No, nigga, it's too late for all that shit. You feel me? You got to make up your own shit completely from scratch, nigga. Just like your great ancestor did in whatever culture they were. You see, they didn't have anybody to tell them what God was. They made up what God was. They didn't have anybody to tell them what role they play in their culture or even what a fucking culture is. They made all that shit up because they fucking chose to, because their willpower was strong enough for that. Now, it's just by chance that the last time our ancestors had the power and the will and control of everything was during an age in which it was an air sign, and not only that, an age in which the Pluto was in a Jupiter sign. Now, these are not coincidences, family. It's not a coincidence that that shit was taking place like that. And it's not a coincidence that it's taking place like that at this very moment in time. And if you don't believe me, go do the research. Go look up what the golden age was and why these white people or the Europeans that connected their bloodlines in order to make it more powerful and satanic or take on the Saturn energy, basically, those bloodlines literally stole all of their information from the golden age. All of it came from the golden age, and that's what they're trying to recreate in their own terms in the Saturn age. You see, Saturn is the planet of discipline. Now, it has Saturn is a stubborn planet, but it's split in half. It's always like evil and good. Saturn is it's like the perfect harmony between good and evil. Now, the perfect harmony between good and evil, it could be evil using good for more evil, or it could be good using evil for more good. It's up to you to decide that shit, family, as a Saturn avatar. You see, by the time we are dead, this planet will be annihilated. You have to accept that. You have to accept that, family. By the time you pass away, the planet will be over. It will be disintegrated. Now, it's hard for a lot of people to accept this because they're still holding on to their physical bodies. They don't realize they were here to literally destroy our physical bodies and start all over from spirit. Now, if this does not happen, if this world is not in complete, if it's not completely gone, wiped out, wiped clean by the time you dead, that means that you have failed as your mission coming here from the universe. You have failed 100% in taking back control of this planet. And you have failed to discipline this planet. You have failed to show this planet what it needs to actually be in balance and harmony and love, and to keep the planet flowing. But You can guarantee that. If you fail at your mission as a Saturn avatar to discipline the rest of this planet and to show them the truth, and also this Pluto and Sagittarius energy, which is giving morality, giving philosophies, giving truth, giving hope, not on a physical level, but on a spiritual level. So much deeper than the physical level, so much deeper than you will ever imagine. All that religion shit, all that shit, the blood of Christ, that's all physical, bruh. That's all Piscean age shit. You feel me? Like water, liquidy. No, this is about air. Spirit is air, nigga. None of that shit is gonna fly. You feel me? None of that shit is gonna fly. Not only because you're literally, since your Pluto's in Sagittarius, you're literally expanding all of the truths, all of the philosophies, all of the knowledge of an Aquarian age, in an age where we have the resources to live an Aquarian lifestyle, which is humanitarianism, which is all about helping your brother, which is all about the spirit, the literal spirit, the spirit that you can't talk about or believe, but you physically and spiritually have to encompass that yourself. You have to live as Jesus, nigga. You have to live as Buddha, not fucking think about Buddha and believe in that nigga so that he can become powerful. You feel me? This is all about you. The last thing that I want to get across, because I really wanted to save this video on my page, but they manipulated my Instagram live, and basically I wasn't able to save the first one that I recorded because that was so much more informational. But I tried to cut straight to the point here so that when people watch this, they'll you feel me, be able to keep up. But basically, I just want everybody who's watching this, especially those born between the time of 1989 to 2004. That's the generation of Pluto and Sagittarius. We, as a family, have to connect right here and right now. Okay? Every single one of you, everybody who's watching this, you have to realize that the only family you truly have in the future is the family born in your generation. Because the kids that are growing up outside of your generation, outside of the people who raised kids up in your generation, they're all going to be sick in the fucking head. They're all going to be fucking disgusting human beings who only live for the system. And this is why I said in my previous video that by the year 2030, you will be forced to destroy a bunch of your fucking siblings, a bunch of your fucking loved ones, a bunch of the systems that we were given. By the year 2030, you will be the most hated generation on this planet because every other generation before and after you will be here to support the system and for you to destroy so that the future ages will look back and learn from what we did so that they will not make the mistakes that we made, and they will not make the mistakes that our siblings and the people around us made. You see, after our generation, the Pluto and Sagittarius, and a lot of people who have Pluto and Sagittarius are actually Aquariuses. Like, if you realize the people born between 1990 specifically, I be doing like a lot of census research, and I put shit together through the information that they give us. So if you look at this shit, most of the people born between the year 1990 and 2004 are in the sign of Aquarius, or they were born earlier than year during winter months. Meaning that they were born during Saturn's fucking reign. Saturn is the only planet that has back-to-back astrological fucking signs. So while you're in Saturn, you're literally in the winter. Everything is dead, okay? That means that literally we're now astrologically on the great year term, we're in a dead spot. And you are the only person on this planet, you are the only hope on this planet right now, moving forward of love, truth, philosophy, and knowledge. If you do not accomplish your goals, the morality of this planet will sink into despair and destruction, and the most disgusting, it will go back. Well, basically, we'll be living in the Middle Ages of Europe for the next 4,000 years. Now, while this is the reality that we're facing, living in the age of Aquarius, and then right after the age of Aquarius, you're going to be in the age of Capricorn, which is all about work, focusing on work and focusing on bullshit, focusing on materialism, focusing on isolation. You're not going to want to talk to nobody. You're not going to learn from nobody. And that's going to be the age coming after the age of Aquarius. Now, we won't be here to see that shit. But we will, in turn, leave a mark so that when they look back in their history books and they see what we did, they won't be so focused on the material form of work. They won't be so focused on working for their slave masters, working for these elite bloodlines that are monopolizing your life physically on this planet. They will look back in our history books and see us and see that what we did spiritually, they'll do spiritual work. They'll do philosophical work like Aristotle and like fucking Imhotep and like all these other great philosophers and mathematicians and things, people who broke boundaries. That's what they will work on, hopefully, if we accomplish our goals. And if not, then these two ages will be disgusting. And that's the main message I was about to end off on, and I'm going to end off on now in my previous video. But the main hoax that has been getting across to our generation of intelligent beings is that we're going into this great age of Aquarius in which everything's going to be so much better, and that we're exiting the age of Pisces, and everything is going to be beautiful in the age of Aquarius. And that's a complete fucking lie. It's a complete fallacy that they're putting in your mind to make you appreciate their satanic, evil lifestyle. It has no other purpose. That new age shit, the new age that we're going to is going to be 8 times worse than the previous age we're fucking in. Physically, if you encompass that energy, saying that the age of Aquarius, which is a Saturn disciplined planet, if you're saying that if you're looking forward to that thinking it's going to be positive, that means you're going to go in that shit ignorant. You're going into this next 4,000 age of hell in the winter of spiritual winter. That's what this age is representing. The age of Aquarius and then the age of Capricorn represents your spiritual winter, your spiritual death, the part in your life where you're dying and beginning, you're supposed to die spiritually and be born again after those 4,000 years. When Sagittarius, the age of Sagittarius comes back around. Now you can see full circle that you being Pluto in Sagittarius, which is the transformation. Pluto means transformation. You're here to transform things with Sagittarian energy in the age of Saturn. So that after these 4,000 years of Saturn are over and Sagittarius comes back around, we won't be infected with all of this negative, evil, clouded energy that we have been infected with spiritually by the Europeans. Now you see how deep this shit is, okay? Family, you are not going to be living a better life. Family, you're going to have to work 8 times harder. Family, you're going to have to use your manifestation skills to its greatest extent. Family, you are going to have to kill, steal, everything they told you was a sin in the previous age. That's everything you need to be doing right fucking now, nigga. Because these motherfuckers are not going to play by the fucking rules. If you think they were greedy, if you think these elite families were greedy during the age of Pisces, then you go into this new age of Saturn, they're going to be fucking 8 times greedier, nigga. And then they going to tell you, then they going to make you think that them being greedy is good for you. And in a way, it's good for you and I, because we don't need to get caught up in all that first world shit. We don't need all the material. We don't need all the resources. We can live off of ourselves. Saturn avatars can fast for 40 days and 40 nights, nigga. Saturn avatars can live in winter temperatures, then go live in the fucking summer. We can live anywhere. We're going to have to nomad across this whole country to destroy it, to be honest. We can't stay in one space. And that's the stupidest shit that you can believe, nigga. That we need to go somewhere and then get a land. And then when we get the land, we're going to be straight. No, you idiot. That's the stupidest shit you can fucking believe. They want you to go settle. That's some Piscean age shit, nigga. We're in the age of Aquarius, nigga. That's air. You're supposed to be moving everywhere non-stop. You're supposed to be on every fucking continent every fucking year. You feel me? That's how the shit is supposed to work if you're a Saturn avatar and you actually trying to make change and for the better. But if you're looking to continue on old world shit like having land, material, possessiveness, all that shit is leftovers from the age of Taurus, nigga. That shit was like 6,000 years ago. You still thinking you can fucking own shit. You know you can't own shit. You know you can't own shit. It's the age of Aquarius, and they're using all that old world shit to block you from dying so that you can fucking spiritually dying so that you can have something better. You have exhausted everything you could have spiritually, family, on this planet right now. There is nothing else on this planet for you to even exhaust. You cannot save this bitch. It's too fucking late. My spiritual father, Dick Gregory, said this shit so many times. If a woman is 9 months pregnant, she's gonna fucking have that baby even if it kills her. You can't tell me we've been doing all this fucked up shit all this time and you really feel like you can. The fact that you even want to save this shit, you should question what are your motives behind that shit. Why do you want to continue to let all these beasts live on this planet? You want to live in harmony with these motherfuckers? I don't want to live in harmony. I don't want to live in harmony with that fuck shit. And that's why it's important for our generation to come together and make our own land, make our own philosophies, make our own lifestyles, make our own culture. We have to be the new Christian church in a way. The time that Christianity was coming up in the world, when it first began as a spiritual philosophy, everybody hated them. Everybody thought these people were insane. Everybody thought these people were fucking going to destroy their lives, and they did. But it was a good way at first until they invaded that shit. Now you and I have to take on that exact same shit. The Christian family, when it first started off, or the Islam family, the Muslim family, all these religions, when they first started off, people hated them. But they were the only people on that planet on that point in time. They were the only. Peace, God. What's up, David? What's good, fam?